and we'll keep drifting, floating together through the science of wellness, looping softly, endlessly through the night. Tonight we'll drift through the gentle rhythm of breath, the quiet wisdom of the body at rest, the soft science of healing sleep. With the wisdom of Barbara O'Neill, there's nothing you need to do now. Just let your body sink, heavier, heavier. Feel the mattress holding you, every muscle softening, your heartbeat slowing. Thump, thump, matching the rhythm of regeneration itself. Shoulders melting down, jaw releasing, each breath pulling you deeper, deeper into the calm, the quiet, the dark. If this wellness journey helps you rest, you can tap subscribe, comment, and hit like, so others can find this calm too, but only if your eyes are still open. Otherwise, just drift. Now, let's drift into the science of breath. The lungs are remarkable, these twin balloons of life, expanding, contracting like tides, pulling oxygen in, releasing carbon dioxide out, without thought, without effort. Your body knows. Tonight, we explore how to support these beautiful organs through practices proven by science, gentle, safe, complementary to your medical care. Begin with breath itself, the foundation. Deep diaphragmatic breathing, not the shallow sips of air we take when stressed, but the full rolling waves of breath that fill the belly first. Place one hand on your chest, one on your belly, though perhaps your hands are already too heavy, too relaxed to move. That's perfect too. Just imagine it. Breathe in slowly, counting. 1, 2, 3, 4. Feel the belly rise first, like a balloon gently inflating. The diaphragm, that dome of muscle beneath your lungs, descends, creating space, creating room. The chest rises last, the collarbones lift, lungs completely full, saturated with oxygen. Hold gently. 1, 2, then exhale slowly. 6, 7, 8 counts. The belly falls, the diaphragm rises, pressing the air out, like squeezing a soft sponge, every bit of stale air releasing. This simple act, this conscious breathing, activates your parasympathetic nervous system, the rest and digest mode, the healing mode. Heart rate slows, blood pressure drops, airways naturally relax. Studies show just 10 minutes of diaphragmatic breathing reduces inflammatory markers in the blood. Interleukin-6 drops, C-reactive protein decreases. Your body reads the slow breath as a signal. All is safe, all is well, no need to be inflamed. And nasal breathing, such a small shift, such profound effects. When you breathe through your nose, the air is filtered, warmed, humidified. Tiny hairs called cilia trap dust, trap particles, protecting the delicate lung tissue below. But there's more. The nasal passages produce nitric oxide, a molecule that dilates blood vessels, improves oxygen absorption, has anti-inflammatory properties. Mouth breathing bypasses all of this, delivers cold, dry, unfiltered air straight to vulnerable airways. During sleep, Try to train nasal breathing. Perhaps a gentle reminder, tape over the lips, special mouth tape designed for this, training the body, redirecting the breath through the nose, always through the nose. Even now, as you drift, breathe through your nose. Feel the cool air entering, the warm air leaving, like waves on a shore, in and out. The bedroom itself, your sanctuary, matters deeply. Indoor air quality, often worse than outdoor air, filled with invisible triggers, dust mites, mold spores, volatile organic compounds from furniture, paints, carpets, dust mites, microscopic creatures living in bedding, feeding on dead skin cells, their droppings, powerful allergens, triggering inflammation in sensitive airways. Wash bedding weekly in hot water, 130 degrees Fahrenheit minimum, to kill the mites. Use allergen-proof covers, tightly woven fabric, encasing pillows, mattresses, creating a barrier. Humidity matters too. Keep it between 30 and 50%. Too high, mold grows. Too low, airways dry out, become irritated. A simple hygrometer measures this. A dehumidifier or humidifier adjusts it. Ventilation, the flow of air. Open windows when possible, even just a crack. Let fresh air circulate, dilute the indoor pollutants. Studies show improved ventilation reduces respiratory symptoms, improves sleep quality, reduces morning tightness in the chest. But check the outdoor air quality first. On high pollen days or high pollution days, keep windows closed. Use HEPA filters, high efficiency particulate air filters, capturing 99.97% of particles, spinning clean air back into your space. Plants, living air filters. The snake plant, mother-in-law's tongue, converts carbon dioxide to oxygen at night. Most plants do this during the day, but the snake plant, it works while you sleep. A silent partner in your bedroom, breathing with you. Peace lilies, filter benzene, formaldehyde, trichloroethylene from the air. NASA studied this, confirmed it. A few plants, transforming your air, molecule by molecule. And let's drift now into the realm of what you breathe around. Synthetic fragrances in candles, air fresheners, cleaning products, laundry detergents. These contain volatile organic compounds, VOCs, that can irritate airways. Phthalates, used to make scents last longer, are respiratory irritants, documented triggers for asthma symptoms. The fresh linen smell, the spring rain scent. These aren't natural, they're chemical cocktails. Switch to fragrance-free or naturally scented essential oils, if tolerated, like lavender for sleep. But even these, test carefully. Some people react, some oils help. It's individual. Your body knows. Cleaning supplies, another source. The harsh chemicals, ammonia, bleach, chlorine. Leave residues, outgas for hours. Simple alternatives, vinegar and water, baking soda, Castile soap. Clean just as well, without the inflammatory burden. Now, let your mind drift to daylight, to sunshine, that golden spill of photons touching your skin. Vitamin D. The sunshine vitamin is actually a hormone. It regulates over 200 genes in your body, including genes that control inflammation, that modulate immune response. Low vitamin D levels are consistently linked to worse asthma control, more frequent symptoms, greater need for medication. The skin, when touched by UVB rays, converts cholesterol into vitamin D3. This circulates, activates in liver and kidneys, becomes calcitriol, the active form, which reduces inflammatory cytokines, stabilizes mast cells, those cells that release histamine just 15 to 30 minutes of midday sun on arms and face several times per week can maintain healthy levels. More if you have darker skin. Melanin, protective, but also blocks some UV in winter, or if homebound, supplementation may help. Discuss with your healthcare provider. Testing levels first. Vitamin D3 with vitamin K2 for optimal absorption. Typically 1,000 to 2,000 IU daily, but individualized. Stress, that invisible weight, cortisol flooding the system, triggers airway inflammation, tightens smooth muscle around bronchi, makes everything worse. The hypothalamic pituitary adrenal axis, your stress response system. When chronically activated, it dysregulates immunity, increases inflammatory markers. Studies show people with high stress have worse asthma outcomes, more emergency visits, reduced quality of life. But there are practices, evidence-based, that calm this axis. Meditation, even brief sessions, 10 minutes daily, reduces cortisol. Mindfulness-based stress reduction, formal programs shown in randomized trials to improve asthma control, reduce symptoms, progressive muscle relaxation. The practice you might be doing now, tensing and releasing each muscle group, or simply, like tonight, allowing them to soften one by one. This activates the vagus nerve, the great wandering nerve that signals safety to your entire system. Your schedule of rest matters too. Circadian rhythms, the internal clock, governs so much. Sleep before midnight is more restorative. Growth hormone peaks in early sleep cycles. This hormone repairs tissues, including airway tissues, reduces inflammation. Consistency matters. Same bedtime, same wake time, even on weekends. This entrains your circadian rhythm, improves sleep quality. Studies show irregular sleep schedules worsen inflammatory conditions, disrupt the immune system. The blue light from screens disrupts melatonin, that sleep hormone. Melatonin, also an antioxidant, an immune modulator. Reduce screens 2 hours before bed, or use blue blocking glasses. Let melatonin rise naturally, preparing your body for the deep healing of sleep. Your bedroom, cool, 60 to 67 degrees Fahrenheit, dark, completely dark, blackout curtains, covering LED lights, the pineal gland, sensing even small amounts of light, suppresses melatonin production. Total darkness signals deep rest. Let's drift now into the world of movement. exercise seems contradictory, breathing hard when airways are sensitive, but the research is clear. Regular moderate exercise improves asthma control, reduces symptoms, builds lung capacity. Aerobic exercise, walking, swimming, cycling, increases cardiovascular fitness. The heart pumps more efficiently, delivers oxygen better. The lungs adapt, become more efficient at gas exchange. Swimming, particularly beneficial. The humid air at water level doesn't dry airways. The horizontal position uses different lung areas, builds capacity evenly. The breathing patterns, rhythmic, controlled, train respiratory muscles. Walking in early morning air has its own magic. The air is fresher, cooler, fewer pollutants. Traffic hasn't peaked yet. Negative ions, more abundant from the night, from plants releasing oxygen all night. These negative ion studies suggest improve mood, reduce respiratory irritation. 30 minutes, most days of the week, that's the goal. But start small, 5 minutes, then 10. Build slowly, listen to your body. Always have your rescue inhaler. Work with your doctor to create an exercise plan that's safe. Yoga, another form of movement, combines physical postures with breath control. Pranayama, the yogic breathing exercises, have been studied, shown to improve lung function, reduce airway reactivity. The Buteyko method, a specific breathing technique, focuses on nasal breathing, reducing breathing volume. Many people overbreathe, hyperventilate slightly, lowering carbon dioxide levels. This paradoxically reduces oxygen delivery to tissues, makes you feel like you need more air. The Buteyko method trains you to breathe less, to tolerate higher carbon dioxide. Small studies suggest benefits for asthma control, fewer symptoms, less medication use. It's gentle, progressive, works with your body's chemistry. Posture +2 affects lung capacity. Slouching compresses the chest cavity, reduces the space lungs can expand. Sitting or standing tall, shoulders back, opens the chest, allows full expansion. Simple but profound. Now we float into the landscape of food. What you eat becomes you, literally. Every cell built from nutrients you consume, and some foods promote inflammation while others quiet it. The Western diet, high in refined sugars, processed oils, triggers inflammatory pathways. Omega-6 fatty acids from corn oil, soybean oil, safflower oil are precursors to inflammatory molecules, eicosanoids, that increase airway reactivity, while omega-3 fatty acids from walnuts, flax seeds, chia seeds, fatty fish like salmon are anti-inflammatory. They compete with omega-6 for the same enzymes, shifting the balance toward resolution of inflammation. Studies show people who eat more omega-3s have better lung function, less airway inflammation. The ratio matters. Ancestral diets had omega-6 to omega-3 ratios of about 1.1 or 2.1. Modern diets can be 20.1 or higher. Way out of balance. Refined sugar spikes blood glucose, triggers inflammatory responses, insulin surges, then crashes. This roller coaster stresses the body, activates inflammatory pathways. Some research suggests high sugar intake associated with worse asthma in children, more symptoms, less control. The glycemic load of your diet, how much your blood sugar rises after eating, matters. Choose whole grains over refined, brown rice instead of white, steel-cut oats, quinoa. These release glucose slowly, steadily. No spikes, no crashes. Fruits and vegetables, packed with antioxidants, quercetin, a flavonoid, found in red onions, apples, berries, acts as a natural antihistamine, stabilizes mast cells. Some studies suggest it reduces airway inflammation. Vitamin C, abundant in citrus, bell peppers, broccoli, is a powerful antioxidant, protects against oxidative stress in airways. Some research, though not conclusive, suggests it may modestly improve lung function. Carotenoids, like beta-carotene in carrots, sweet potatoes, apricots, maintain the integrity of lung membranes, the delicate epithelial cells, lining airways. Vitamin E in avocados, nuts, seeds, also protective. Leafy greens, kale, spinach, collards contain chlorophyll, magnesium, folate, nitrates that convert to nitric oxide, that same beneficial molecule from nasal breathing. Eating greens supports that pathway. Hydration, pure, clean water, matters more than most realize. The mucosal lining of airways needs adequate hydration to produce thin, flowing mucus that traps particles, sweeps them away via tiny cilia, beating in coordinated waves. Dehydration thickens mucus, makes it sticky, harder to clear, clogs airways, provides breeding ground for bacteria. Calculate your needs, roughly half your body weight in ounces, daily, more if exercising or in dry climates. The quality of water also matters. Chlorine in tap water can be an irritant. Consider a filter, removing chlorine. Heavy metals, other contaminants, glass containers for storage, avoiding plastic, which can leach endocrine disruptors. Some advocate for adding a pinch of sea salt, Celtic or Himalayan, to water. The minerals, sodium, potassium, magnesium, help with cellular hydration. These trace minerals also support hundreds of enzymatic reactions. Magnesium, particularly important for muscle relaxation, including smooth muscle around airways. Magnesium, this mineral deserves its own moment. It's a natural calcium channel blocker. Calcium causes muscle contraction. Magnesium opposes this, causes relaxation. In airways, this means less bronchoconstriction, easier breathing. Studies show people with asthma often have lower magnesium levels. Supplementing or increasing magnesium-rich foods, leafy greens, nuts, seeds, whole grains, legumes may help. Typical doses 300 to 400 milligrams daily, but check with your provider, especially if you have kidney issues. Some people use magnesium oil topically on the chest. absorbed through skin, bypassing digestive issues some have with oral magnesium or Epsom salt baths. Magnesium sulfate, absorbed while you soak in warm water, relaxing muscles, calming the nervous system. Speaking of baths, hydrotherapy, the therapeutic use of water, has ancient roots, backed now by modern science. Alternating hot and cold stimulates circulation, strengthens the immune response. A warm shower, then a brief cold rinse, even 30 seconds, causes vasoconstriction, then vasodilation. When you warm again, this pumps blood, improves circulation, helps clear metabolic waste. Some find it invigorating, energizing. Others just enjoy the warm water, soaking, steaming, breathing in the moist air. Steam itself, helpful for airways. The warm moisture loosens mucus, soothes irritated passages. A hot shower or a bowl of hot water, towel overhead, creating a tent, breathing deeply can provide temporary relief, open the airways, calm the cough, and the foods that trigger, for some, not all, but individual sensitivities matter. Dairy, for some people, increases mucus production, clogs airways. The casein protein, or lactose, creates inflammatory responses in sensitive individuals. Not everyone, but worth exploring. A 2-week elimination, then reintroduction. Notice the effects. Wheat and gluten, another common sensitivity. Celiac disease, a clear autoimmune trigger, but non-celiac gluten sensitivity also exists, can cause systemic inflammation. Some people with asthma find improvement when removing wheat. Others notice no difference. It's individual. Common food allergens, peanuts, tree nuts, shellfish, eggs, can trigger immediate reactions or contribute to chronic inflammation. If you suspect something, work with an allergist. Proper testing, IgE for immediate allergies, elimination diets for sensitivities, food additives, sulfites used as preservatives in dried fruits, wine, some processed foods are known triggers for some people with asthma. MSG, monosodium glutamate, less clear, but some report reactions. Artificial colours, particularly tartrazine, yellow dye number 5, has been linked in some studies to symptoms. The cleaner your diet, whole foods, minimally processed, the fewer potential triggers, the less inflammatory burden. Your gut, that winding tube, teeming with trillions of bacteria, fungi, viruses, your microbiome affects your lungs. This seems strange, but the gut-lung axis is real, well documented. The gut houses 70% of your immune system. The microbiome trains your immune cells, teaches them what's dangerous, what's harmless. Dysbiosis, an imbalanced microbiome, leads to immune dysfunction, increased inflammation, systemic effects. Studies show people with asthma often have altered gut microbiomes, less diversity, fewer beneficial species, more inflammatory species. Restoring balance may help. Probiotic-rich foods, fermented vegetables, sauerkraut, kimchi, naturally fermented pickles, These contain live beneficial bacteria, Lactobacillus, Bifidobacterium, species that reduce inflammation, strengthen gut barrier, modulate immunity, kefir, a fermented milk drink, or water kefir for dairy-free option, coconut kefir. These have diverse bacterial and yeast strains, more variety than yogurt. If dairy is an issue, skip dairy-based versions, prebiotic foods, feed your beneficial bacteria. Foods high in fiber, garlic, onions, leeks, asparagus, bananas, oats. These contain inulin, fructooligosaccharides, resistant starch that your bacteria ferment, producing short-chain fatty acids like butyrate, which reduce inflammation throughout the body. Chewing, the simple act, often overlooked, proper mastication, breaks food into smaller particles, mixes with saliva, begins digestion. Saliva contains enzymes, amylase, lipase, starting the breakdown. Rushing through meals, swallowing large chunks, stresses digestion, reduces nutrient absorption. Chew each bite 20 to 30 times until it's nearly liquid. This ancient advice, now backed by research, improves nutrient extraction, reduces digestive burden, allows the gut to do its work efficiently, and the temperature of drinks with meals, preferably room temperature or warm, cold drinks, some traditional medicine systems say, dampen digestive fire, slow enzyme activity. Modern research, less clear, but warm or room temperature certainly doesn't hurt, may feel more comfortable. The liver, that chemical factory in your upper right abdomen, filters blood, neutralizes toxins, produces bile. The health of your liver affects your entire system, including lungs. Traditional medicine speaks of the connection, liver and lung. Modern science confirms it in different terms. The liver processes inflammatory mediators. When overburdened, less efficient. Inflammation rises systemically, affecting airways. Supporting liver function through diet, dandelion greens, bitter foods, stimulate bile flow, milk thistle, silymarin has been studied, protects liver cells, aids regeneration, cruciferous vegetables, broccoli, Brussels sprouts, cauliflower, contain compounds that support liver detoxification pathways, avoiding or minimizing things that burden the liver, alcohol, acetaminophen overuse, environmental toxins. This gives the liver space to do its work, filtering, cleansing, supporting your whole system. Lymphatic system, the body's drainage network, carries away cellular waste, immune cells. Unlike blood, which has the heart pumping it, lymph relies on movement, muscle contraction, breathing to flow. Deep breathing, the diaphragm moving, creates pressure changes, pumps lymph, improves circulation. Exercise, movement of any kind, contracts muscles, squeezes lymph vessels, propels fluid forward. Dry skin brushing before showering, using a natural bristle brush. Brushing toward the heart stimulates lymph flow. Rebounding, gentle bouncing on a small trampoline, uses gravity changes to pump lymph efficiently. Studies suggest improved lymphatic drainage, reduces inflammation, supports immune function, grounding or earthing, walking barefoot on grass, soil, sand. Seems simple, perhaps too simple, but research suggests direct skin contact with the earth transfers electrons, has anti-inflammatory effects, reduces pain, improves sleep. The earth has a negative electrical charge. Our bodies, in modern life, accumulate positive charges from electronics, synthetic materials. Disconnection from the earth may contribute to chronic inflammation. Walking barefoot, even 20 minutes daily, may help, or grounding mats, if outdoor access is limited. These connect to the ground port of an outlet, provide that earth connection while you sleep or work. Negative ions, also abundant near moving water, waterfalls, the ocean, after rain. These negatively charged particles may improve mood, reduce respiratory irritation, though research is still emerging. The cookware you use may matter more than you think. Non-stick pans coated with PFOA or PTFE release fumes when heated. That can irritate airways. The convenience, not worth the risk. Cast iron heats evenly, adds trace iron to food. Stainless steel, inert, doesn't react with foods. Glass, ceramic, safe options. Yes, cleanup may take longer, but you're not inhaling toxic fumes, not adding to your body's burden. And microwaves, the radiation, non-ionizing, likely safe. But some prefer alternatives. Concern about nutrient loss, though data is mixed. If you prefer stovetop, oven, steamer, these definitely preserve nutrients, provide more than heating. No wrong answer, just personal choice. The point, reducing your total toxic load. Every little bit adds up. Less burden on the body, more resources for healing, for maintaining clear, open, healthy airways. Now let your awareness drift back to this moment, your body heavy, relaxed, sinking deeper into rest, your breath slow, steady, in through the nose, out through the nose. All these practices, these evidence-based approaches, they don't replace your medical care. They complement it, support it, give your body every advantage, create an environment, internal and external, where healing happens naturally. You don't have to do everything at once. Choose one practice, maybe two. Master those, then add another. Small consistent changes compound over time into profound transformation. Perhaps tonight you simply focus on breath, deep, diaphragmatic, belly rising first, full exhale, letting go. As you drift towards sleep, keep breathing slowly, fully. Your body knows how to heal itself, given the right support, the right conditions. The science is clear: stress reduction, quality sleep, clean air, anti-inflammatory diet, regular movement, proper hydration. These aren't alternative medicine, they're fundamental medicine, the foundation upon which pharmaceutical treatments can work even better, and as your mind grows quieter, heavier, thoughts slowing down like a river flowing into a deep, still lake. Know that your body, even now, is healing, repairing, restoring, every cell receiving oxygen, releasing waste, mitochondria producing energy, ribosomes building proteins, DNA unwinding, transcribing, creating the molecules of life, your immune system patrolling, vigilant but calm, mast cells stable, not releasing histamine unnecessarily, T cells balanced, regulatory T cells keeping inflammation in check, the smooth muscle around your airways relaxed, loose, allowing air to flow freely, easily, carbon dioxide and oxygen exchanging across alveolar membranes, those tiny air sacs, 300 million of them, each one a delicate balloon, expanding, contracting. As you continue to drift into deeper rest, know that sleep itself is medicine. During deep sleep, your body produces cytokines, proteins that fight inflammation, support immune function, growth hormone surges, repairing tissues, building strength. The lymphatic system, your brain's cleaning system, activates during sleep, clearing out metabolic waste, beta amyloid, tau, the debris of daily thought. This is why sleep deprivation feels so awful. The trash accumulates, and your airways, they benefit too. The muscles relax, mucus clears more effectively. The body shifts into parasympathetic mode, rest and repair. Everything slows, everything softens, everything heals. So let yourself surrender completely to this rest. There's nothing more to do tonight, no problems to solve, no worries to carry, and just this moment, this breath, this soft descent into deep, healing sleep. Your bed holds you, the earth beneath supports you. Gravity gently pulls you down into its embrace. You are safe, you are well. Your body knows exactly what to do, and somewhere in the distance, you might hear these words, or you might not. Either way is perfect. Your unconscious mind is listening, absorbing, integrating. Everything you need is already within you. The practices we've explored, the science of breath, of sleep, of reducing inflammation, these aren't new, they're ancient, rediscovered, validated now by research, but known by healers for thousands of years. Your ancestors knew these things intuitively. They breathed deeply, moved daily, ate whole foods, slept with the sun, connected to the earth, to the rhythms of nature, and their bodies worked beautifully. We've complicated things, modern life, but we can simplify, strip away the excess, return to what works, what's always worked, what's proven, both by time and by science. So rest now in this knowing. Your body is designed to breathe, designed to heal, designed to thrive. All it needs is support, the right conditions, and it will do what it's meant to do. Tomorrow, When you wake, refreshed, restored, you might try one new practice. Maybe you'll breathe deeply 5 times. Maybe you'll open a window. Maybe you'll drink an extra glass of water. Whatever feels right. But for now, just sleep. Deep, restorative, healing sleep. Your breath, slow and steady. Your heart, beating calmly. Your nervous system, in complete rest mode. The night holds you. The darkness protects you. And somewhere in your lungs, in the microscopic spaces, the cilia, tiny hairs, wave back and forth, sweeping, cleaning, caring for you while you sleep. Your body never stops, never rests completely, always working, always healing, always loving you into wholeness. And the gentle work continues, the airways quietly softening, the inflammation markers slowly declining, IL-6, TNF-alpha, CRP, all these molecules, their levels dropping. As stress hormone, cortisol, diminishes, the adrenal glands, those tiny pyramid-shaped organs atop your kidneys, they're resting too, producing just enough cortisol for normal function, not the flood of chronic stress, and melatonin rising with the darkness. This powerful hormone, not just for sleep, but an antioxidant, neutralizing free radicals, those damaged molecules that harm cells, that promote inflammation. Melatonin bathes your airways, protects them while you dream. Your mind might wander now to thoughts of the coming days, the practices to explore, but gently bring it back to now, to breath, to the weight of your body, sinking, melting into the bed. Let's drift deeper into the world of plants, herbs and spices, used for millennia, many now validated by pharmacological research, showing real, measurable effects. Ginger, that knobby golden root, contains gingerols and shogols, compounds with powerful anti-inflammatory properties. Studies show ginger inhibits the production of inflammatory prostaglandins and leukotrienes, the same pathways that some asthma medications target. Fresh ginger, grated into hot water, makes a soothing tea. The warmth, the slight burn, the aromatic compounds, volatile oils. Some people add a slice of lemon, a touch of raw honey for additional benefits. The polyphenols in ginger may also help relax airway smooth muscle. Turmeric, that brilliant yellow-orange root, contains curcumin, one of the most studied natural anti-inflammatory compounds. It works by inhibiting NF-kappa B, a protein complex that controls inflammatory gene expression. The challenge with curcumin is absorption. It's not well absorbed alone, but combined with black pepper, specifically piperine, absorption increases up to 2,000%. A small amount of healthy fat, like coconut oil, also helps, since curcumin is fat-soluble. Golden milk, a traditional Ayurvedic drink, combines these elements: turmeric, black pepper, warm coconut or nut milk, a touch of honey, sipped slowly before bed, the warmth relaxing, the compounds absorbed, working through the night. Garlic, that pungent bulb, has been called nature's antibiotic, and with good reason. Allicin, the compound formed when garlic is crushed, has antimicrobial properties, antiviral, antibacterial, antifungal. For respiratory health, garlic may help prevent secondary infections, common complications when airways are compromised. Some research suggests garlic also has anti-inflammatory effects, may help modulate immune response. Raw garlic is most potent. Crushing or chopping it, then letting it sit 10 minutes, allows enzymes to create allicin before heat destroys them. Some people take it like medicine, a clove, minced, with water. Others add it to food at the end of cooking, still beneficial if less potent. Now drift with me to the forest. Imagine walking through pines, breathing deeply, that fresh, clean scent. That's pinene, alpha and beta pinene, terpenes, volatile compounds released by evergreen trees. These compounds have been studied, shown to have bronchodilating effects. They may help open airways. Studies on forest bathing, spending time in forests, show reduced inflammation, lower cortisol, improved immune function, natural killer cells that fight infections and abnormal cells, increase after time in nature. You don't need a forest to benefit. Essential oils like pine or eucalyptus can provide some benefits. A few drops in a diffuser or a bowl of hot water, breathing the steam, the aromatic molecules, travel through nasal passages into lungs, interacting with receptors, triggering responses. Eucalyptus oil contains eucalyptol or cineol. This compound has been studied extensively, shown to reduce mucus production. Thin existing mucus have anti-inflammatory effects. Some studies using oral eucalyptal capsules showed improvements in chronic respiratory conditions. For topical use, dilute essential oils in a carrier oil, coconut, jojoba, almond. Never apply undiluted. A few drops in carrier oil rubbed on chest. The warmth of your skin volatilizes the oils. You breathe them throughout the night. A gentle, continuous exposure. Peppermint oil, menthol, creates a cooling sensation, opens airways, not by actually dilating them, but by stimulating cold receptors, which creates the sensation of easier breathing. The psychological relief can be real, even if the mechanism is perception, not dilation. Still, many find it helpful, but essential oils, a caution here. Some people with sensitive airways react to strong scents, even natural ones. Test cautiously, use sparingly. If you notice increased symptoms, discontinue. Everyone is different. What helps one person may irritate another. Listen always to your body's signals. Let's float now into the realm of temperature. Seasonal changes affect respiratory health. Cold air can trigger bronchoconstriction. That's why Symptoms often worsen in winter. The cold, dry air irritates airways, causes them to narrow protectively. Wearing a scarf over nose and mouth when outside and cold warms the air before it enters lungs, preconditioning it, reducing the shock. Some people find this simple intervention significantly helpful. Inside, heated air becomes very dry. Drying airways, thickening mucus, a humidifier adds moisture back. Keep it clean though. Humidifiers can harbor mold, bacteria. Regular cleaning, distilled water, essential. A dirty humidifier, worse than none. Spreading pathogens into the air you breathe. Heat therapy, external heat on the chest, can feel comforting. A warm compress or heating pad may help relax muscles, improve circulation. Some people find this soothing, especially during tightness, but again, individual. Try it, see how your body responds. And cold therapy, briefly, has different benefits. Cold exposure triggers hormetic stress, a small stress that makes you stronger. Cold showers, cold water on face activates the diving reflex, slows heart rate, shifts blood flow, may help train your stress response system to be more resilient. Some research suggests regular cold exposure reduces inflammation, improves immune function, but it's not for everyone. If you have heart conditions or certain health issues, avoid it. Discuss with your doctor. Start very gradually, if at all. Perhaps just cool water at the end of a warm shower for 30 seconds. Your body temperature naturally drops during sleep. Part of the circadian rhythm, cooler core temperature signals sleep time. That's why a cool bedroom helps. Your body doesn't have to work to lower its temperature. It can focus on rest, on repair. Some studies show warming feet before bed helps. Seems counterintuitive, but warming extremities dilates blood vessels there, draws blood away from core, lowers core temperature faster. Warm socks or a warm foot bath, then into a cool room. Perfect combination for sleep. Now, your body, so heavy, so relaxed. Let's think about timing. Circadian rhythm, that internal 24-hour clock, controls so much, not just sleep, but inflammation levels, immune function, hormone production. Inflammatory markers in your blood follow a daily rhythm, typically highest in the early morning. This is why asthma symptoms often worse between 4 and 6 a.m. The circadian clock in your lungs regulates local inflammation, mucus production, airway tone. Cortisol normally peaks around 8 a.m., giving you energy, alertness, then decreases through the day, lowest at night. If this rhythm is disrupted, shift work, irregular sleep, inflammation can increase, symptoms worsen. Supporting your circadian rhythm helps everything. Morning light exposure within 30 minutes of waking. Bright light, preferably sunlight, resets your clock, signals daytime to every cell. This helps maintain the proper rhythm of all systems. Evening, dim the lights, reduce blue light, allow melatonin to rise naturally, signaling nighttime, consistency, same schedule daily, strengthens the rhythm, makes it more robust. The timing of meals also matters. Eating late, close to bedtime, disrupts sleep, diverts blood and energy to digestion when the body wants to rest. Try to finish eating 2 to 3 hours before bed, allowing digestion to complete before lying down. Intermittent fasting, time-restricted eating within an 8 to 12 hour window, aligns with circadian rhythms, may reduce inflammation, improve metabolic health. Some studies suggest benefits for inflammatory conditions, but it's not for everyone, not for children, pregnant women, people with certain conditions. Discuss with your healthcare provider. The pattern of eating may matter more than just what you eat. Regular meal times that align with your circadian clock support metabolic health, reduce inflammation. Your body likes predictability, rhythms it can sync to, and water, that essential molecule, H2O, comprising 60% of your body, even more of your lungs. The alveoli, those tiny air sacs, must stay moist for gas exchange to occur. Oxygen dissolves in that moist lining as before entering blood. Carbon dioxide from blood diffuses out. When dehydrated, this lining thickens, becomes sticky, impairs gas exchange, thickens mucus, makes it harder to breathe. Simple hydration can make a difference, especially if you live in a dry climate or use diuretic medications. The color of your urine, a simple indicator, pale yellow, light straw, means well hydrated. Dark yellow, amber, means you need more water. First thing in the morning, it's often darker, that's normal. But through the day, should stay light. Drinking water, upon waking, rehydrates after the night, jumpstarts your system. Some add lemon, the citric acid, vitamin C, bioflavonoids. The taste, encouraging you to drink more, making it a ritual, something pleasant to look forward to. Room temperature or warm water may be easier on the system than ice cold. Traditional Chinese medicine speaks of not dampening the digestive fire. Modern science, less conclusive, but many people find room temperature water sits better, doesn't cause cramping, drink more easily. Herbal teas, another way to hydrate, while absorbing beneficial compounds, chamomile, calming, may help sleep. Contains apigenin, a compound that binds to benzodiazepine receptors, mild sedative effect. Rooibos, red tea, naturally caffeine-free, high in antioxidants. Quercetin, aspalathin, anti-inflammatory properties, pleasant, slightly sweet taste, can be enjoyed any time of day. Nettle tea, used traditionally for allergies, may help with histamine response. Contains compounds that inhibit histamine release. Some studies suggest benefits for seasonal allergies, which often coexist with asthma. Worth trying if you haven't. Thyme tea, this culinary herb, used medicinally for centuries for respiratory complaints, contains thymol and carvacrol, compounds with antimicrobial, anti-inflammatory properties, may help relax bronchial muscles, thin mucus. These teas, enjoyed throughout the day, provide hydration, warmth, comfort, and potentially therapeutic compounds. A simple pleasure that supports health. Your awareness, drifting now between waking and sleeping, thoughts becoming dreamlike, fluid, nonsensical. This is perfect. This is the threshold where conscious gives way to unconscious, where healing deepens. Let's think briefly about the protective barriers. Your skin, your largest organ, but also your gut lining, your respiratory epithelium. These barriers keep the outside world outside while allowing necessary exchange. The gut lining, a single cell layer thick, held together by tight junctions, proteins that seal gaps. When these junctions become permeable, leaky gut, larger molecules, bacteria, inflammatory compounds can cross, triggering immune responses, systemic inflammation. This is called increased intestinal permeability. Research shows it's associated with numerous inflammatory conditions. The gut-lung axis means what affects the gut can affect the lungs. Supporting gut integrity supports lung health. Bone broth contains gelatin, collagen, amino acids like glutamine that support gut lining repair. Sipping warm broth, nourishing, healing. Vegetables simmered in it, minerals leaching into the liquid, easy to digest, gentle on the system. Fermented foods, we mentioned before, also support gut barrier. The beneficial bacteria produce butyrate, a short-chain fatty acid that's the preferred fuel of colonocytes, the cells lining your colon. Feeding these cells keeps them healthy, keeps junctions tight, avoiding things that damage gut lining. NSAIDs like ibuprofen, chronic use, can increase permeability. Alcohol, excessive amounts, damages the lining. Chronic stress raises cortisol, which affects tight junctions. Another reason, stress management matters. The respiratory epithelium, the lining of airways, also a barrier. Ciliated cells, covered in tiny hairs, beat rhythmically, sweeping mucus upward toward the throat, where it's swallowed, carrying trapped particles, pollutants, pathogens away from lungs. This mucociliary clearance, essential for lung health. Damaged cilia from smoking, infections, pollutants, can't clear effectively. Mucus accumulates, bacteria grow, infections develop, inflammation increases. Supporting cilia means avoiding toxins, staying hydrated, ensuring adequate vitamin A, beta-carotene, which maintains epithelial tissue integrity. Vitamin C, also important for collagen in epithelial structures. The respiratory epithelium regenerates constantly. Cells turn over, damaged ones replaced. Your body always working, always repairing, given proper nutrition, hydration, rest, it heals remarkably well. And as you drift further into rest, consider the miracle of your immune system, the innate immunity, your first defense, macrophages, neutrophils, natural killer cells, patrolling, engulfing pathogens, destroying abnormal cells, the adaptive immunity, T cells, B cells, antibodies, remembering past invaders, responding faster, more specifically, next time. This learned immunity protects you throughout your life, but immunity needs balance. Overactive, it attacks your own tissues. Autoimmunity. Underactive, infections overwhelm. Just right. Goldilocks immunity protects without harming. In respiratory conditions, often the immune system is dysregulated, overreacts to harmless triggers. Pollen, dust, pet dander releases too much histamine, too many inflammatory mediators. Airways constrict, mucus increases, inflammation ensues. Modulating immunity gently with lifestyle is key, not suppressing it, not overstimulating it, but balancing it. Stress reduction, quality sleep, anti-inflammatory diet, regular exercise, all help maintain that balance. Specific nutrients support immune function. Vitamin D, we discussed, also regulates over 200 genes, including many immune genes. Zinc, essential for immune cell development and function, found in pumpkin seeds, oysters, meat, legumes. Selenium, another trace mineral. Antioxidant, supports immune function, found in Brazil nuts, just 2 to 3 nuts daily. Provides adequate selenium. Too much, though, can be toxic. So moderation, as with all things. Vitamin A supports mucosal immunity, the barriers, gut, respiratory tract, found as preformed vitamin A in liver, egg yolks, or as beta-carotene in orange and yellow vegetables, carrots, sweet potatoes, squash. Vitamin C supports various immune functions, found abundantly in fruits and vegetables, citrus, berries, peppers, broccoli, dark leafy greens. Eating a variety ensures adequate intake, usually no need to supplement unless deficient. And elderberry, those dark purple berries used traditionally for colds and flu. Some research suggests they may reduce duration and severity of viral infections. Contain anthocyanins, powerful antioxidants, available as syrup, tea, capsules, but a caution, elderberries must be cooked. Raw elderberries contain compounds that can cause nausea. Only use properly prepared product from reputable sources. Astragalus, a root used in traditional Chinese medicine for immune support. Some studies suggest it enhances immune function, particularly for preventing respiratory infections. Typically used as a preventive, not during acute illness. Echinacea, another popular herb for immune support. The research is mixed. Some studies show benefit, others don't. May help reduce severity of colds if taken at first sign, but not for long-term use. May lose effectiveness with continuous use. You're breathing now, so slow, so quiet, barely a whisper of air, in and out, the rise and fall of your chest, gentle, like a calm sea, wavelets lapping at the shore, your heart beating steadily, the thump, pumping blood through 60,000 miles of blood vessels, reaching every cell, delivering oxygen, nutrients, removing waste, an endless loop of circulation. The blood-air barrier in your lungs, less than half a micron thick, thinner than a spider's silk, yet strong enough to keep blood in, air separate, while allowing oxygen and carbon dioxide to pass freely. Such exquisite design. Think of your lungs as branching trees. The trachea, the trunk, divides into bronchi, large branches. These divide further into bronchioles, smaller branches, then terminal bronchioles, tiny twigs ending in alveoli, clusters of grapes where gas exchange occurs. This fractal pattern creates enormous surface area. If you spread out all your alveoli, they'd cover about 70 square meters, the size of a tennis court, all folded, origami-like, into your chest cavity. The efficiency is stunning. Each breath brings in about half a liter of air, but only a portion reaches the alveoli. The rest stays in conducting airways, called dead space. Still, with each breath, enough oxygen enters to sustain your entire body. The process, mostly automatic, controlled by respiratory centers in your brain stem. Medulla oblongata, pons. These regions monitor carbon dioxide levels in your blood. More than oxygen, carbon dioxide drives breathing. When CO2 rises, receptors sense it, signal the brain stem, which sends impulses to diaphragm, intercostal muscles. Contraction occurs, inhalation happens, lowering CO2, completing the feedback loop. You can override this consciously. Hold your breath, breathe faster, slower, but eventually automatic control reasserts. You can't consciously stop breathing. Your brainstem ensures you breathe, no matter what. This is safety. This is assurance. Your body protects itself, even when you sleep unconscious. Breathing continues. The body never forgets how to breathe. And sleep apnea, a condition where breathing repeatedly stops during sleep, can worsen asthma, increase inflammation, reduce oxygen levels. If you snore loudly, wake gasping, feel unrested despite adequate sleep time, consider evaluation. A sleep study may reveal obstructive sleep apnea. Treatment, often CPAP, continuous positive airway pressure, keeps airways open, improves oxygenation, reduces inflammation. Many people with both asthma and sleep apnea find treating the sleep apnea improves asthma control. The two conditions intertwined. Weight loss, if overweight, can help sleep apnea, reducing pressure on airways. Even 10% weight loss can make a difference. Sleeping on your side rather than back also helps. Keeps tongue and soft tissues from collapsing backward. Your sleep position may affect breathing in general. Lying flat increases work of breathing slightly, elevating the head of bed, 30 to 45 degrees can help some people, reduces reflux, which can trigger asthma, improves drainage, reduces congestion. Some people sleep better, slightly propped up, with pillows or a wedge. Others prefer flat. It's individual. Experiment. Find what works for you, what allows the deepest, most restful sleep. And as you lie here now, in whatever position feels most comfortable, notice how your body has already made countless micro adjustments, shifting weight, releasing pressure points, all without conscious thought. Your body is wiser than your conscious mind. It knows what it needs, how to heal, how to breathe. Trust it, support it with good choices, then let it do its work. The practice of gratitude sounds too simple to affect health, but research shows it does. Gratitude journaling, writing 3 things daily you're grateful for, reduces stress hormones, improves mood, may reduce inflammation. The mechanism, probably through reducing stress. Gratitude shifts focus from what's wrong to what's right, from fear and anxiety to appreciation and contentment. This shift changes neurochemistry, reduces cortisol, activates the parasympathetic nervous system. Even now, in this drowsy state, can you find one thing to appreciate? Perhaps this comfortable bed, this warm blanket, this quiet moment of rest. Perhaps your body doing its work, breathing, healing. Even now, gratitude for your lungs, for every breath they've taken, billions of breaths over your lifetime, continuing steadily, faithfully. Gratitude for the science, the understanding, the options available, for supporting health and forgiveness, releasing old hurts, old resentments. These emotions, when held, create chronic stress, elevate cortisol, increase inflammation, affect physical health in measurable ways. This doesn't mean condoning harmful behavior. It means releasing the burden of carrying anger, bitterness, letting go for your own sake, for your health, your peace. Some find this through therapy, through spiritual practice, through time. There's no single path, but the destination matters. Freedom from the weight of past pain, lightness, peace, connection to others, also vital. Loneliness, isolation, increases inflammation, increases mortality, as much as smoking. Social connection, meaningful relationships, reduce stress, improve health outcomes. Even simple interactions, a smile, a kind word, trigger oxytocin release, the bonding hormone, reduces cortisol, promotes healing. We are social creatures. We need each other. If you feel isolated, reach out, join a group, volunteer, call an old friend. Connection doesn't require dozens of friends. Even 1 or 2 meaningful relationships make a difference. Online communities can also help, especially for people with chronic conditions. Finding others who understand, who share experiences, reduces the feeling of being alone in your struggle. Your breath now barely perceptible, the boundary between asleep and awake dissolving. You might not even remember these words by morning. That's perfect. Your unconscious mind absorbs what it needs, releases what it doesn't. Learning doesn't only happen consciously. The body learns through experience, through repetition, breath by breath, night by night, cell by cell. Healing happens in the dark, in the quiet, in the stillness. All the practices we've explored tonight, deep breathing, stress reduction, clean air, quality sleep, anti-inflammatory nutrition, hydration, movement, connection. These aren't separate strategies, they're interwoven. Each supports the others, creating a synergy where the whole is greater than the sum of parts. You don't need perfection. You need progress. You need consistency. Small steps, repeated daily, compound into transformation. The body responds to gentle, persistent, positive inputs, and even struggles, setbacks, difficult days. These are part of the journey, not failures, but information. Your body communicating. Listen to it. Adjust accordingly. Every day, a new opportunity to support yourself, to care for yourself, to heal. The concept of healing might mean different things. For some, complete resolution. For others, better management, less severe symptoms, improved quality of life, more good days than bad. Whatever healing means for you is valid, is worthy of pursuit. Medical care and self-care work together, not in opposition. Medications can provide crucial relief, open airways, reduce inflammation, allow you to breathe easier, to sleep better, to exercise, to implement lifestyle changes. The lifestyle changes then support the medications, make them work better. Perhaps, over time, allow for lower doses, fewer side effects, but never change medications without your doctor's guidance. They need to supervise, adjust, ensure safety. The goal isn't to reject modern medicine. The goal is to embrace comprehensive care, using all tools available, pharmaceutical and lifestyle, working together, creating the best possible outcome. And as you sink even deeper now into the soft embrace of sleep, know that your journey toward better health continues, even here, even now, in the darkness, in the silence. The body does its deepest work. Cell division happens mostly at night. Growth hormone repairs damaged tissues. Immune cells proliferate, learn, strengthen. The brain consolidates memories, clears waste, prepares for tomorrow. Every system, every organ, every cell, working in harmony, a symphony of biological processes, all aimed toward one goal: your survival, your health, your well-being. You are a miracle of biology, trillions of cells working in perfect coordination. Without conscious oversight, your body knows exactly what to do. It's been doing this since you were a single cell. It will continue until your last breath. And each breath, until then, is a gift, an opportunity to nourish, to oxygenate, to live, breathing, the most fundamental act of being alive, something we share with every human who ever lived and ever will. We're all breathing the same air, molecules exhaled by dinosaurs, by ancient trees, by your ancestors, cycling through the atmosphere, connecting us all across time, across space. You are part of this vast web of life, not separate, not alone, connected to everything. The air in your lungs came from oceans, forests, the exhalations of billions of organisms. You breathe in, their offering. You breathe out, yours. Rest now in this knowing. You belong here. You are held by forces larger than yourself. The earth beneath you, the atmosphere around you, the universe, vast and mysterious, and yet intimate, present in every breath. Your body made of stardust, carbon, oxygen, nitrogen, hydrogen, forged in the hearts of ancient stars, exploded across the cosmos, gathered here in you, arranged into this marvelous pattern, this living, breathing, conscious being. You are the universe, experiencing itself through your senses, your thoughts, your breath, consciousness, flowering in billions of forms, across billions of worlds, perhaps. And here you are, one of them, aware, alive, breathing this moment. Let that awareness gently fade now, as sleep takes you deeper, thoughts dissolving like mist in morning sun, nothing left but peace, darkness, breath, so slow, so quiet, barely there. The world continues outside your window, but here, in this room, in this moment, nothing matters, nothing exists but rest, healing, gentle, easeful, deep, your lungs, rising, falling, oxygen, flowing, carbon dioxide, releasing, the ancient rhythm of breath, of life, continuing without you, as you drift into dreams, into the formless, into sleep, and will continue drifting together through this gentle night as your body restores, as your airways relax, as healing unfolds in ways you cannot see, but your body knows, your body remembers how to be well. Long silence, allowing the deepest sleep, the science and the mystery, meeting here, in your breath, in your body, in this timeless, spaceless, healing darkness. Rest, breathe, and as the body releases into sleep, let's drift through the subtle architecture of inflammation itself. Understanding the enemy makes it less frightening, more manageable, just chemistry, just biology, nothing more. Inflammation is not evil. It's a protective response. When you cut your finger, inflammation rushes in, white blood cells, cleaning the wound, fighting bacteria, redness, warmth, swelling, all signs of healing in progress. But chronic inflammation is different. The alarm never shuts off. The inflammatory cascade keeps running like a fire that smoulders, never fully burning, never fully extinguishing, just smoking persistently, damaging tissues over time. In airways, this chronic inflammation causes the lining to thicken, mucus glands to enlarge, smooth muscle to become hyperreactive, the airways remodeling themselves in response to constant irritation. This is why early intervention matters before permanent changes occur. But the body wants balance, wants homeostasis. It produces anti-inflammatory molecules too, resolvins, protectins, mericins. These specialized pro-resolving mediators made from omega-3 fatty acids, they actively turn off inflammation, help tissues return to normal. This is why omega-3s matter, not just because they're anti-inflammatory, but because they're the building blocks of resolution. The body uses them to make molecules that end inflammation, actively restore balance. Most modern diets, low in omega-3s, high in omega-6s. The imbalance means less raw material. For resolution, the inflammation lingers longer, resolves less completely. The cumulative effect over years, significant. And oxidative stress, another piece of the puzzle. Free radicals, unstable molecules, missing an electron. They steal electrons from other molecules, creating chain reactions, damaging DNA, proteins, cell membranes. Your body produces free radicals, normally during metabolism, during immune responses, but antioxidants neutralize them, donate electrons, stabilize them, break the chain reaction. Antioxidant from colorful fruits, vegetables, berries deep purple, carrots bright orange, leafy greens, dark and rich. The pigments, anthocyanins, carotenoids, are antioxidants, protecting the plant, and when you eat them, protecting you. Vitamin E in nuts and seeds, vitamin C in citrus and peppers, selenium in Brazil nuts, glutathione, made by your body from amino acids, all working together, a team, neutralizing free radicals, protecting your cells, your airways, your DNA. The concept of hormesis, worth understanding. Small stresses that make you stronger. Exercise is hormetic stress. You damage muscle fibers slightly. They rebuild. Stronger. Cold exposure. Brief stress. That strengthens resilience. Fasting for some people. Mild stress. That triggers cellular cleanup. Autophagy. But chronic stress is different. No recovery time, no rebuilding phase, just damage accumulating. This is the stress. We must reduce the unrelenting, unresolved, inflammatory stress, finding the balance between hormetic stress that strengthens and chronic stress that weakens. This is an art and a science. Listen to your body. It tells you which is which. Your body right now, so deeply relaxed, is in healing mode. Parasympathetic dominance. The vagus nerve, that wandering nerve, running from brainstem to abdomen, touching heart, lungs, digestive organs, is activated. The vagus nerve has anti-inflammatory effects directly through the cholinergic anti-inflammatory pathway. It releases acetylcholine, which binds to receptors on immune cells, telling them, stand down, reduce inflammation, all is well. This is why relaxation, meditation, deep breathing are not just feel-good practices. They have measurable biological effects, reducing inflammation through neural pathways, mind and body, not separate, never separate. One integrated system, singing, humming, chanting. These activate the vagus nerve too, the vibration in your throat, in your chest, stimulates vagal tone. Some studies show regular singing improves heart rate variability, a marker of vagal activity, of resilience, of health. Singing in groups, choir, community singing adds social connection, synchronized breathing with others, creating harmony. These amplify benefits, mental, emotional, physical, all interwoven. You don't need perfect pitch or training, just willingness to make sound, to vibrate your body with your own voice, in the shower, in the car, humming while cooking, all beneficial, all activating that healing nerve. Laughter, also healing, not just metaphorically so, but physically. Laughter increases endorphins, natural painkillers, reduces stress hormones, improves immune function, relaxes muscles throughout the body, including airways. Studies show people who laugh regularly have lower inflammation, better cardiovascular health, enhanced immunity. Laughter yoga, a practice combining laughter exercises with yogic breathing, has shown benefits. In research studies, find what makes you laugh. Comedy, funny friends, silly videos. Don't dismiss it as frivolous. Laughter is medicine, free, enjoyable, effective. Prescription, laugh daily, as much as possible, and let your mind drift to the concept of cellular senescence, zombie cells. Scientists call them cells that should die, but don't. They stop dividing, but remain alive, secreting inflammatory molecules called the SASP, senescence-associated secretory phenotype. These zombie cells accumulate with age, contributing to age-related inflammation, inflammaging. They affect tissues throughout the body, including lungs, making them more reactive, more inflamed, less resilient. Exercise, fasting, certain compounds may help clear senescent cells, allowing healthy cells to take their place. This is emerging science. Senolytics, xenomorphics, compounds that kill or neutralize zombie cells. Quercetin, that flavonoid we mentioned, is a senolytic in laboratory studies. Kills senescent cells. This may be part of its benefit. Beyond antioxidant effects, beyond mast cell stabilization, actually clearing inflammatory zombie cells. The future of medicine may involve targeting these cells removing them, rejuvenating tissues. But today, we use what we have: healthy lifestyle, exercise, good nutrition. These likely help clear senescent cells naturally. To some degree, your body already has mechanisms: programmed cell death, apoptosis, immune cells, that clear debris. Support these systems, don't burden them with poor choices, and they work more efficiently, keeping you cleaner, healthier, younger at the cellular level. Speaking of age and airways, the lungs do change over time. Elasticity decreases, alveoli become less efficient, chest wall stiffens, respiratory muscles weaken slightly. This is normal aging, happens to everyone, but the rate of decline varies dramatically. Smokers, accelerated decline. Sedentary people, faster decline. Those who exercise maintain function much better, much longer. Pulmonary function tests measure this. FEV1, forced expiratory volume, in 1 second, typically declines about 30 milliliters per year after age 30, but in active people, non-smokers, the decline much slower, in some barely detectable, until very old age. You have influence over your trajectory. Your choices today determine your lung function 20 years from now, 40 years from now. This is empowering and sobering. The power is yours. Use it wisely. Breathing right now, in this moment, is probably the best it's been all day. Relaxed, lying down, no demands, no stress, just easy, gentle flow of air in and out, your airways at their most open, most relaxed. This is your baseline, your potential, when everything is optimal. Remember this feeling, this ease, during the day when breathing feels harder. Remember, your lungs can do this. They can breathe easily. The tightness, the difficulty is not permanent, is not inevitable, just a temporary state that can shift with the right support, the right interventions, and anxiety often accompanies breathing difficulties. The two feed each other. Difficult breathing causes anxiety. Anxiety causes rapid breathing, hyperventilation, which worsens the feeling of breathlessness. A vicious cycle. Breaking this cycle requires addressing both the physical and the psychological. Breathing techniques help the physical. Meditation, therapy help the psychological. Sometimes medication for anxiety helps both, allows you to breathe more calmly, which reduces anxiety further. Positive cycle. Never feel ashamed of anxiety, of needing help. With mental health, it's as real as physical health, often more impactful on quality of life. Seeking help is strength, not weakness, is wisdom, not failure. The mind-body connection cannot be overstated. Your thoughts affect your physiology. Your physiology affects your thoughts. Negative thought spirals increase cortisol, increase inflammation. Positive thoughts, gratitude, optimism, reduce inflammation, improve immune function. This isn't magical thinking. It's neuroscience, psychoneuroimmunology, the study of how mind affects immunity. Decades of research confirming what ancient wisdom always knew: mind and body inseparable. So cultivate positive thoughts, not by denying reality, but by focusing on what's good, what's working, what's possible. This isn't naive, it's strategic. It's using your mind to support your body, to create the conditions for healing. And as you drift even deeper now into the borderlands of consciousness, where dreams begin, forming, dissolving, strange and beautiful, know that even here, even in dreams, the body continue its work. REM sleep coming soon, if not already. Your eyes moving rapidly under closed lids, your brain as active as waking, but the body paralyzed to prevent acting out dreams, except breathing, heart continue always. Unconscious functions never stop. In dreams, you process emotions, consolidate memories, work through problems, the unconscious mind, churning, sorting, filing away what matters, discarding what doesn't. This is why people often wake with solutions they couldn't find while awake. The dreaming mind sees differently, makes connections. Linear thinking misses. So trust your dreams, trust your sleep to do their work. You don't have to consciously control everything. Some things happen best when you let go, when you surrender to the wisdom of your unconscious, your body, your ancient, mammalian, reptilian brain, older than thought, older than language, knowing things. Your conscious mind never learned. Breathe, release, trust. Your body knows. It's been doing this for millions of years of evolution, breathing, healing, surviving, thriving. You are the latest expression of an unbroken line stretching back to the first breathing organism that crawled from the sea, the breath, that first breath on land, hundreds of millions of years ago, continues in you tonight. This same process. Oxygen in, carbon dioxide out, refined, perfected, but fundamentally unchanged. You breathe as your ancestors breathed, as all life has breathed since breath began. This long view, this evolutionary perspective reminds us we are resilient, we are designed to adapt, to heal, to persist. Your body carries this wisdom, this resilience in every cell, in every breath. Rest now in this knowing you are held by evolution, by biology, by the fundamental life force that flows through all living things. You belong here. You are part of this ancient dance of breath and life and healing. Deep breath, letting go. Deeper still, into sleep, into dreams, into restoration. The body keeps healing, the airways keep clearing, the inflammation keeps resolving. One moment, one breath at a time. And we continue drifting together through this gentle night, through the science and mystery of healing, of breath, of life itself. And in this deep rest, your body continues its quiet work. Cells in your airways producing new proteins, repairing damage, strengthening structures, all guided by your DNA, that ancient code written in molecules, 4 simple letters, ATCG, arranged in 3 billion pairs, containing the instructions for you, genes turning on and off in response to your environment, your choices, your lifestyle. This is epigenetics, the dance between nature and nurture. Your genes are not your destiny. Your lifestyle choices influence which genes express, which stay silent. Anti-inflammatory lifestyle can downregulate inflammatory genes, upregulate healing genes. Stress reduction changes gene expression. Exercise changes it. Sleep changes it. You have more power than you might realize. Not total control, but significant influence. And this brings a full circle to the importance of consistency. One healthy meal doesn't heal you. One deep breath doesn't transform you. But thousands of healthy meals, millions of conscious breaths, over weeks, months, years. These accumulate, these reshape your biology. The body responds to patterns. What you do most days matters more than what you do occasionally. This is both challenging and liberating. You don't need perfection. You need consistent, reasonable effort, 80% adherence to healthy practices, often more effective than 100% adherence, attempted then abandoned. Because the stress of perfectionism can negate the benefits. Be kind to yourself. Progress over perfection. Always. Let's return now to the breath, where we started. Deep, diaphragmatic breathing. This simple practice, accessible anywhere, costs nothing, requires no equipment, yet provides profound benefits. 3 times daily, take 5 breaths. Deep belly breaths, morning, upon waking, afternoon. Midday reset, evening, before bed, just 5 breaths. 15 total. Takes less than 5 minutes, yet signals to your nervous system repeatedly, you are safe, you are calm, all is well. Over time, this becomes automatic. Your default breathing pattern shifts from shallow chest breathing to deeper belly breathing. The body learns, adopts the new pattern as baseline, and suddenly you're breathing better all day, without effort, without thinking. The Buteyko method we mentioned earlier takes this further, teaches you to breathe less, to tolerate higher carbon dioxide levels. The premise: modern humans often overbreathe, chronically hyperventilate slightly. This lowers carbon dioxide too much. Seems counterintuitive. Carbon dioxide we think of as waste, but it's crucial for oxygen delivery. The Bohr effect describes this. Hemoglobin holds oxygen. Carbon dioxide causes hemoglobin to release oxygen to tissues. Too little carbon dioxide, hemoglobin holds oxygen. too tightly. Tissues become oxygen deprived, despite adequate oxygen in blood. The body, sensing this, makes you breathe more, creating a vicious cycle. The Buteyko method gradually trains you to breathe less, normalize carbon dioxide, improve oxygen delivery. Some small studies show promise for asthma control. Reduce symptoms, less medication, but more research needed to confirm. If interested, work with a certified practitioner. Don't attempt extreme breath holds or intense practices without guidance. Gentle, gradual, safe. And now, as you rest so deeply, let's consider the power of ritual, the practices we've discussed. Breathing exercises, hydration, herbal teas. These become rituals, anchors in your day, moments of self-care, of presence, of intention. Morning ritual, waking, perhaps with sun streaming in. First thought, gratitude. 3 things you appreciate. Then water, room temperature, perhaps with lemon. Then 5 deep breaths, setting the tone for your day. Calm, centered, prepared. Evening ritual, dimming lights. 2 hours before bed, herbal tea, chamomile, or rooibos, sipping slowly, mindfully. Dry skin brushing, if that's part of your practice, or gentle stretching. Diffuser with lavender, windows cracked for fresh air. Then bed, same time, every night. These rituals signal to your body, signal to your mind, it's time to rest, to heal, to sleep. The consistency, the repetition makes sleep come more easily, more reliably. Sleep quality improves. And speaking of rituals, let's think about morning sunlight. Again, the importance cannot be overstated. Within 30 minutes of waking, get outside. Even on cloudy days, the light intensity is much higher than indoors. Even on overcast days, 10 to 30 minutes. Face east toward the rising sun. No sunglasses. Light enters your eyes, hits specialized cells in your retina, called intrinsically photosensitive retinal ganglion cells, or iPRGCs. These cells detect light intensity, send signals to your suprachiasmatic nucleus, your master clock in the hypothalamus. This signal resets your circadian rhythm, starts the countdown to melatonin production later, regulates cortisol, optimizes timing of all circadian processes. One simple practice, massive downstream effects. People who get morning light exposure sleep better, have more energy during day, better mood, reduced depression. These aren't small effects. These are clinically significant, life-changing for some. If you work indoors, make time before work or during lunch break. Just 10 minutes outside, it matters more than you know, and movement throughout the day. Not just dedicated exercise, but general activity. Standing, walking, stretching, fidgeting even, all contribute to metabolic health, to lymphatic drainage, to mental well-being. The concept, exercise snacks, brief bursts of activity, 2 minutes of stairs, 5 minutes of walking, 10 squats, spread throughout the day, These add up, improve insulin sensitivity, reduce inflammation, break up sedentary time. For people with respiratory conditions, sometimes formal exercise feels daunting, but these small movements feel achievable, build confidence, build capacity. Over time, fitness improves, enabling more activity, a positive spiral. Walking, the most accessible form of exercise, no equipment needed, can be done anywhere, at any pace. Even slow walking provides benefits: fresh air, sunshine, movement, connection to surroundings, all therapeutic. Walk in nature when possible. Forest, park, beach, the Japanese. Practice Shinrin-yoku, forest bathing. Spending time immersed in nature reduces stress hormones, improves immune function, increases natural killer cells, reduces inflammation. The mechanism: partly phytoncides, antimicrobial compounds released by trees. We breathe them in. They affect our biology, partly the visual beauty, the sounds, birdsong, rustling leaves, the colours, greens and browns, calming to nervous system, partly just being away from artificial environments, from screens, from concrete, from noise, returning to what our ancestors knew. Nature heals. Simple truth, now validated by science. Your body now, so completely relaxed, every muscle released, your mind drifting between thoughts, not quite asleep, not quite awake. This hypnagogic state, the threshold, rich with imagery, loose associations, creativity, healing. In this state, suggestions reach deeper, past conscious filters, into the subconscious, where beliefs and patterns reside. So hear this now, even if you don't consciously remember. Your body knows how to heal, your airways know how to relax, your immune system knows how to balance. You have everything you need within you: the wisdom, the capacity, the resilience. You've survived every difficult day. So far, 100% success rate. You'll continue to navigate, to adapt, to heal, day by day, breath by breath. And the specific nutrients we've touched on: magnesium for muscle relaxation, found in pumpkin seeds, dark chocolate, almonds, spinach, whole grains. Adequate magnesium relaxes bronchial smooth muscle, improves sleep quality, reduces anxiety. Many people are deficient without knowing. Supplementing 300-400 milliliters at bedtime may help sleep and airways, but start low. Magnesium citrate can have laxative effects. Magnesium glycinate, better tolerated, gentler, still effective. Omega-3 fatty acids, we discussed, anti-inflammatory, found in fatty fish, walnuts, flax seeds, chia seeds, but the dosage matters. Small amounts, minimal effect. To get therapeutic levels from food requires regular consumption, multiple servings per week of fatty fish, or daily. Walnuts and seeds, fish oil supplements provide concentrated omega-3s, EPA and DHA, the active forms, but quality matters. Look for third-party tested free from mercury, other contaminants, molecular distillation, removes toxins, concentrates omega-3s, typical therapeutic dose, 2 to 3 grams of EPA plus DHA combined daily. Some studies in asthma show benefits at these doses, reduced inflammation, fewer exacerbations, but not a universal finding. Some people respond, others don't. Trial and see. Quercetin, that flavonoid we mentioned, mast cell stabilizer, natural antihistamine, found in red onions, apples with skin, capers, berries, green tea, buckwheat. To get therapeutic amounts from food alone, challenging. Quercetin supplements available. Typical dose 500,000 ml daily, often combined with bromelain, an enzyme from pineapple that enhances absorption, has its own anti-inflammatory effects. Some research suggests quercetin reduces exercise-induced bronchoconstriction, may reduce viral respiratory infections. More research needed, but preliminary data promising, generally safe. Few side effects, worth considering. Vitamin C, ascorbic acid, water-soluble vitamin, powerful antioxidant, required for collagen synthesis, immune function, many roles. The research on vitamin C for respiratory health, mixed. Some studies show modest benefits, others show none, but it's safe, inexpensive, and even if effects on respiratory health are modest, it supports overall health, adequate intake from fruits and vegetables, probably sufficient for most people, but during illness or stress, requirements may increase. Supplementing 301,000 mg daily, reasonable for some people. Higher doses may cause digestive upset, diarrhea due to osmotic effect. If this occurs, reduce dose or use buffered vitamin C, gentler on stomach. Probiotics, we've discussed, supporting gut health, which supports lung health, but not all probiotics are equal. Different strains have different effects. For respiratory health, Lactobacillus and Bifidobacterium, strains most studied. Some specific strains shown in research to reduce respiratory infections, reduce duration of colds, possibly reduce allergy symptoms, but results vary by strain, by individual, by baseline microbiome. Food sources: yogurt with live cultures, kefir, sauerkraut, kimchi, miso, tempeh. These provide diverse strains, plus other beneficial compounds, prebiotics, vitamins, better than relying solely on supplements. But if supplementing, look for multi-strain formulas, at least 10 billion CFUs, colony-forming units, per dose, refrigerated varieties, often higher quality, more viable bacteria, take with food, improve survival through stomach acid. And now you're breathing, so slow, so soft. Perhaps you've lost awareness of individual breaths. They happen without you, your autonomic nervous system, conducting the symphony of inhalation, exhalation, oxygen, carbon dioxide, the rhythm of life. In sleep, breathing patterns change, becomes more variable, less regular. Stages of sleep each have characteristic breathing patterns, REM sleep, breathing irregular, reflecting dream content, deep sleep, regular, slow, peaceful. Tonight, as you cycle through these stages, your body uses each for different purposes: light sleep, transition, processing, deep sleep, physical restoration, growth hormone, tissue repair, REM sleep, emotional processing, memory consolidation, brain cleansing. You need all stages. All are important. The cycle repeats 4-6 times per night. Each cycle, 90 minutes, roughly, moving through light, deep, REM, then back. An elegant dance, choreographed by your brain, for your healing, your restoration, your preparation for tomorrow. The future holds promise. Research continues. New understanding emerges about respiratory health, about inflammation, about the intricate connections between systems. Every year, new insights, new possibilities, personalized medicine, genetic testing, microbiome analysis may one day allow truly individualized treatment plans, understanding your unique biology, predicting which interventions will work for you, avoiding trial and error. But today, we work with what we know, what science has validated, what centuries of human experience have taught us. The fundamentals don't change. Breathe deeply, move regularly, eat real food, manage stress, sleep well, connect with others, connect with nature. These work. Always have, always will. And so, as we approach the end of this journey, this night of learning and rest, remember, you're not alone. Millions of people around the world navigate similar challenges. They find ways to breathe easier, to live fully, despite limitations, because of determination, because of wisdom, because of hope. You are part of this community, connected by shared experience, shared humanity, shared breath. We all breathe the same air. We all seek the same thing: health, peace, well-being for ourselves, for those we love, and the practices we've explored are gifts you give yourself. Each deep breath, a gift. Each glass of water, a gift. Each good night's sleep, a gift. Small acts of self-love, self-care, accumulating into transformation. Be patient with yourself. Change takes time. Biology doesn't shift overnight, but it does shift with consistent, gentle, positive inputs. Trust the process, trust your body, trust the science that supports you, your healthcare providers, your partners in this journey. Work with them. Share what you learn, what helps, what doesn't. They can guide, adjust medications, order tests, provide expertise, combine their knowledge with your lived experience. Together, you create the best path forward. Never feel you must choose between conventional and complementary. They work together. Each has value, each has limitations. Used together, Wisely, they synergize, creating outcomes better than either alone, and as your mind grows quieter still, as sleep pulls you under like gentle waves on a calm sea, know that you've given yourself a gift tonight, this time, this rest, this learning. All of it supports your healing. Tomorrow, when you wake, you might not remember everything, but somewhere in your cells, in your neural pathways, this information integrates, becomes part of you, influences your choices, supports your health. The body keeps healing, even now, even as you sleep, deeper, deeper still, cytokines working, immune cells patrolling, cilia sweeping, mucus thinning, airways relaxing, inflammation resolving, one cell at a time, one breath at a time. The earth turns slowly beneath you. The moon pulls gently on the tides of your body, mostly water. You're influenced by lunar cycles, by seasons, by day and night, part of nature, not separate from it, never separate. And nature knows how to heal, left undisturbed, given time, given support. The body returns to balance, to health, to homeostasis. This is its nature, its deepest drive toward wholeness, toward wellness, always. So rest. In this truth, you are held by forces ancient and wise. Your genes, remember, millennia of survival, your cells know the patterns of healing. Your body is on your side, always, working tirelessly for your benefit, your job, simply to support it. Remove obstacles, provide what's needed, then step back, trust, allow the healing to unfold. Deep breath, gentle, easy, deep breath, gentle respiratory wellness, supporting the lungs, supporting the body, supporting you. And we'll keep drifting, floating together through the science of health, looping softly, endlessly, through the night. The body keeps healing. Deep breath, gentle asthma relief, and we'll keep drifting, floating together through health science. Breathe.